And we're back to Just Predict It. I am your host, JR, and I am here to predict Week 3 of the NFL schedule for you. If you haven't yet done so, please like and subscribe and share with your friends. Now, first week, if you're following, 11 for 16. Second week, 12 for 16. This week, we're topping that. Now, let's get to it. First game here, LA Chargers versus the Minnesota Vikings. Both teams haven't impressed me this year yet, but I'm going to have to go with the Vikings at home. That's it. Just because they're home, I'm taking them with the advantage. Next up, Buffalo Bills versus the Washington Commanders. This is an easy one. One touchdown spread. Easy choice for me. Bills on the road to cover. Next game up, New Orleans Saints versus the Green Bay Packers. Now, Carr started 2-0, and the Green Bay Packers have been struggling, especially last week without their key running back. Now, he's saying he's playing, he's not playing. How many touches is he going to get? But because of that uncertainty, I have to go with the Saints on the road, and they're going to basically get an extra little +2 because they're a little underdog there. Next one up, Atlanta Falcons versus the Detroit Lions. Which Detroit team is coming to play? Is it the one that came out week 1 versus the Chiefs? Or is it the one in week 2 that they blew it against the Seahawks? I don't know. But you know what? I'll give it to the Falcons that they did play good in the last couple of weeks. But I am going with the Lions to give Falcons their first L of the season. Lions -3. Next one up, Tennessee Titans versus the Cleveland Browns. No Chubb, no chance. Even though they signed Mr. Talented running back, Kareem Hunt, I don't think the Browns have what it takes to beat the Titans. So I'm going to take the Titans on the road, and I'm even going to give them the 3 points. Next one up is most probably the easiest prediction we got this week. Houston Texans versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville at home versus the worst team in the league. Definitely bringing home a W, and they're definitely covering that spread of 9. Next up, Patriots versus the Jets. Now, the Jets don't have what it takes with that quarterback, Mr. Wilson, in the backfield. He's not good enough, so I'm going with the Patriots to cover the spread on the road. Next one up, Denver Broncos versus the Miami Dolphins. Now, whoever has been listening to me in the past couple of weeks, you know I really hate Russell Wilson, and I think he sucks. He really, really sucks. And Miami's on a tear at home. They're going to win and cover the spread at 6.5. Let's go. Next one up, the Indianapolis Colts versus the Baltimore Ravens. Now, this is going to be a blowout. Ravens at home. They're hot. Indianapolis has problems with their quarterback. Concussion last week. Sad to say, but if you need a survivor pick, you're taking the Ravens this week. And you know what? It even looks good with the 8-point spread. They will cover easily. Let's go, Ravens. Next one up, Carolina Panthers versus Seattle Seahawks. Now, Seattle's coming off a great win last week, and Carolina's coming off losing their quarterback, rookie number 1 pick Bryce Young. So this is an easy choice for me. Seahawks at home and to cover the spread of 6. If you're still surviving in any of those survivor pools, this is the team to take this week. Dallas Cowboys to beat the Arizona Cardinals. Now listen, it's 12.5. It could be 22.5. It could be 35.5. I'm still taking the Cowboys, and they're covering that little measly spread. Arizona sucks. They showed it last week. They were winning by 28, and they lost to the second suckiest team, the Giants. Arizona doesn't even compete in this match. Dallas all the way to cover and win. Let's go. Sunday night matchup, the Raiders versus the Steelers. Now, this is probably one of the hardest games to predict this week. Therefore, I flipped the coin, and the coin said that the home team is taking it. I'm taking the Steelers as the underdog. Let's go. Monday Night Football game number 1, Philadelphia Eagles versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Eagles to win. Straight, quick, very simple. 4.5 spread. Easy peasy. I'm going to sound like a broken record every week going for the Eagles, talking about what's going to happen in their games. Everyone, they're going 16-1 this year. You heard my prediction at the beginning of the year, so I do apologize to sound like a broken record. Eagles for the win. Let's go. Now for the second Monday night game, the Rams versus the Bengals. Now, the Bengals been sucking this year. I don't know how I could take them. I can't keep supporting the Bengals. They made me lose on all my parlays last week. Again, for the second week in a row, I'm taking the Rams, and they're covering that measly spread of 2.5. Let's go. Now, if you're still tuning in, you've watched the whole video, and I really appreciate that. Thank you for listening. Now, here's my lock of the day. Survivor pick, Chiefs at home versus the Chicago Bears. And if you want to do a little razzle-dazzle, they will cover the spread of 12.5. So here are my 3 predictions. Chiefs to win the game, Chiefs to win the first half, Chiefs to win the final match score of 12.5. Thank you and have a nice weekend. See you next week.